just gonna go back to our normal
Yeah.
conversation.
I got a good, good plan, I think.
At this point, you all see that Tresgar is unconscious. He's on the ground with a giant shield-shaped wound on the back of his head, and you see that the polar bear is standing even in the midst of that sphere that is right next to him. It is just standing in front of the stump without moving.
Just sort of like standing but catatonic.
Catatonic. It looks as though it is still on guard. It is just standing in front of it, but it's not going closer to anyone else. It seems mindless in its actions. It is just sitting there without moving. First, Vaga, do you leave the sphere there?
Put the sphere behind the polar bear on its opposite side.
Okay. And it just kind of cooks.
I would like to sort of sprint up to Tresgar's body. Is the polar bear reacting if I go to like mess with his person?
No, not at all.
Sort of like with one hand, like concentrating on the sphere. I'm sort of like I'm like pulling off the straps of his armor. Like, Holgrim, I can bring him back for a moment. You need answers.
But yeah.
We absolutely.
And as I sort of like get these buckles off, I sort of draw my longsword. And I go to like, I dispel the sphere. And I hold my sword right over Tresgar's heart.
Roll damage on that sphere, maybe 4 times. I'm gonna say.
Okay.
4 times.
Because it's just sitting there.
Oh. Woof. This doesn't seem good.
I will. I didn't mean to kid.
I was like, yeah, 18, get him.
Yeah, no. Okay.
24 damage.
So that is, 24.
Okay. So the polar bear is still standing there, but that sphere disappears. You have disrobed Tresgar for the moment. You all are not in initiative order at this point, but you do still hear the footsteps approaching.
Yeah.
I go over to move the polar
must
bear.
die.
What are you all waiting for? If you're too scared to do it, I'll do it myself. Get out of the way.
I believe you, but Tresgar
Holding
is
the
down.
sword.
Tresgar is down and the footsteps still approach.
And the pair's still here.
Tresgar
He
needs-
still has control over my friend. Kill him!
What do we do about... And I point just in the distance.
And you see it is close.
He dies, it stops.
Fellas, I ready an action of shield bash, and I go over to put the box in the stump.
Okay. While you're doing that, first of all, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to spoil it. Y'all have been doing very good so far. I'm not going to interrupt. You walk over to ready in action to do what? To shield bash the polar bear?
The polar bear. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, as soon as you get close to that polar bear, it swipes out at you. You can swipe out at it, but it will get its attacks on you. Do you stay to try to attack it, or do you just gonna...
22 to hit the polar bear.
Okay. Then he's gonna attack you then. Give me just a second.
Bring it on, boy.
I will ready in action. If Tresgar so much as twitches, I'm plunging the sword in his heart.
Sure.
Well...
23?
23 does hit. 10 not even close. 23 just barely. That's fine. I take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
I wanna.
And shield bash the polar bear back for 10.
Polar bear is still up.
I still want to hear what This might be I might be the only one, but I feel like
Are you gonna try to attack it again, Brom?
Tresgar.
I attack the polar bear again. Do I
Ogre.
not get to attack the polar bear first, to be clear? Like, I feel like I'm the instigator in this instance, right?
No, it is
Polar bear's
readying
pretty-
action for anything that gets close.
That's fine
Polar
then.
bear has pretty big reach too. It's a
It's a polar bear.
I attack the polar bear again.
Okay, it's gonna try to get you to.
I hit it with a 21 this time.
That hits.
Not even close.
Holgrim, you have
one
to
also hit
understand that Tresgar has to die. If this polar bear is to disappear, if that thing
I did 13
is
damage to the
going
polar
to
bear.
fall,
Okay. So we're gonna
Okay.
while you're fighting this
Get your
polar bear, I
answers.
want to see what their conversation is.
Okay.
That's basically what's happening.
Just to
you're-
be clear, right?
You
like,
walk over.
I'm
you
over here
decide-
just duking it out with a polar bear, and they're over here like, "Hey guys, I think I should drop a sword on this guy," and I'm like getting slapped around by a polar bear.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Yes, that sounds
Awesome.
I mean,
pretty
it's-
on brand. So while you're fighting with the polar bear, let's go back over to Vaga and Milo and Hog as you all are holding. He's holding the sword. You take the armor off of Tresgar, right, and you hold that sword right over his heart, and you continue this conversation with Hog. So go ahead.
I agree that Tresgar is a traitor to the light and everything that I hold dear. But if we kill him, this is the most important question. If we kill Tresgar, and that thing I point off in the distance still approaches, what do we do then? Will we wish that we had listened?
perhaps.
And then we take the risk.
Phil, can you see? Look at your phone.
Okay.
Like that's about as much chance as Hogrim is going to give it. Like, he's suspicious and he thinks that Tresgar had something to say. But man, I can't play the character any other way besides Tresgar betrayed the light. Tresgar is using powers of undeath and light together. Like, there's nothing to it's in my my tenets of my devotion to literally stomp out anything that betrays the light in this way. So nothing else to do.
14.
Hogrim, you are still talking to Vaga. Vaga, you see Milo just sneaking up with his dagger. Gonna try to kill him anyway.
I'm over it.
You didn't want to come help me with
I-
the polar bear there, Milo?
I messaged Milo, he's dying. Okay.
The longer
Hogrim
we
is
wait.
put into 2 cents, and Hogrim is not trying to.
So,
Not trying to
like,
stop
are you all going
hold
to
the
try
dagger
to
at his throat.
talk, or are you all going to kill him while he is still unconscious?
We are
Killing
in a
him.
position of power
I-
over him.
So
Is there anything that he could say? Because this is now or never.
I'm with you, Hog. I'm going to healing word.
Okay.
Awake. Let's be still.
And he is laying face down because he got
Or
hit in the
it
back
get
of the
worse.
head. So he's on the ground. You've taken his arm. Well, I guess you flipped him over to take his armor off.
I'll hoggle.
So,
Big.
and
strength
you all
body,
made sure to
flip him over.
I'm guessing you all moved all of his weapons and everything away from him.
Yeah, we're gonna take all
Very
the safety precautions we can.
And he's laying on the ground,
Milo.
looking up at all of you over top of him. And he starts by just good.
I hear him laughing. I lunge at him. So if one of you don't stop, I'm lunging at him for his throat. He laughed. That was the first word out of his mouth. I'm stabbing him in his throat.
Y'all are okay. Does anybody stop Milo?
I'm.
I'm letting him. Yeah.
Man, is it in character? Oh.
He thinks this is funny.
I'll
He
do
thinks
it
this
again.
is the game.
I'll like. I'll bring him back, but like be like, don't laugh this time.
Yeah, I'll stop Milo. Should I roll or something or?
I would say
I'm saying,
they
man, you
move
gotta-
to stop you, Milo. Do you attempt to attack Jan them?
No, if they stop me, I'll pause.
Okay. And yeah, you stop, and he says, "I wanted to assemble a powerful fighting force in the Crag. You all were stronger than I thought.
So what aim? Power? If it is simply power, then you have rolled your dice and you have lost.
He kind of looks at you, Holgrim, and he says, "This is not for me. Thank you for letting me speak."
It is all that you are of and nothing more.
He looks at all of you. This grove keeps the Crag in ice. I've lived here all my life. I've watched innocent people die just from not having the right amount of food or carrying the right amount of wood. They're dead.
Or rolling badly on exhaustion. I
Or
know.
rolling badly on exhaustion.
Oh,
Sorry to.
No.
Oh, the
The Crag has killed
What
more people than any Dragonborn. More lives have been lost to the winter than any war. I wanted to end it.
and what of that thing?
I don't even
he's
know.
lying.
He looks. I don't even know if it will work. I don't know if that thing is strong
What does
enough
it
to
want?
uproot this stump. But it was our last resort. The Order of the Undead
Maybe.
knows that if the Crag resumes its normal state, all of the dwarves beneath it will rise again. But whoever holds the horn, they can control them. You don't have to give it to me. You don't have to give it to me or anyone else. You can tell all the dwarves to walk off a cliff for all I care. But if the Crag unfreezes without someone controlling the horn, the dwarves will cause chaos.
That sounds bad, risky, and this is Trevor talking. I don't have to respond yet. Should I roll to see if I know like what this, or would I just know, like, does he mean like undead dwarves? The
Well, he's
dwarves rise
speaking of
again.
there are no dwarves in the Crag. The dwarves
Right.
rise again would be
Dwarves are
speaking
dead.
of the dead dwarves that live beneath
Oh
the
yeah, that
Crag.
sounds terrible.
So if the Crag thaws ever, the horn is the thing that would control them.
Yeah,
At least that's what Tresgar believes.
and that is I think the extent of my mercy, of the mercy of the light for this person who claimed to be part of the Lumastat. That is the extent of it, and I have nothing more to ask.
All I ask, you can do what you like with me. All I ask is that you do not destroy the horn. All I ask
To purify.
is that you thaw out this wasteland. Drive the dwarves off. But if you destroy the horn now, if the crag ever thaws, the dwarves will return, and no one will be able to control them.
I lean over his body as close as they'll let me, because I'm pretty sure someone's still holding me back right now.
Mm.
Because I'm like seething in rage right now.
Hmm.
You know, it's funny for somebody who says they know oh so much about what's gonna happen. You talk in a lot of circles. You clearly just said unthawing it is gonna release everything. Yet the only way to unthaw it is to get rid of the horn.
No, you unthaw. To be clear, I want to just be clear to everyone what's happening.
Hmm.
The stump is what is keeping what Tresgar believes is keeping the crag frozen. Just like the
Oh,
horn,
just it being here.
yes, just like the horn is a remnant of Orcus. The
Right.
stump is a remnant of Mehron.
Hmm.
Tresgar believes that if you remove the stump, the crag will thaw. But if it
So, from
thaws,
my perception,
hold on.
this is just from. Go ahead.
If it thaws, the dwarves will be released, and there won't be anything to control the dwarves. This is why Tresgar has been practicing controlling undead, because he believes if he ever found a solution to thaw the crag, someone would have to control the undead that live beneath it. The horn, he believes, will give the power to control the undead that live beneath the ice.
That's a big assumption.
It is.
So,
He also assumes that the bridge may be able to destroy this grove,
so
the stump. So he is you do think he is assuming, and he is telling you that he is not presuming to know everything, but he does want to rid the crag of the ice. That is his goal.
If it were that,
I'm responding
yeah.
from the knowledge that I have.
Hmm.
That's the only I'm coming from because from Mesor, I know I was told putting the horn in the stump would release everything.
Putting the horn in the
So in
stump
one
destroys the horn. It does not
destroys the
release. It
horn.
does not release the ice.
Okay, okay, that's where I was. That's where I was getting it from. Okay, gotcha. So I retract my statement then. I apologize.
I mean, it's a if it were as simple as just thawing out the crag, I think Halgrim would be for that. But there's so many addendums, um, so many loose ends.
You all are more powerful than me, it seems. If you wish to hold the power of the horn, you are welcome to it. I am not in it for the power. I just want to see people stop dying. The last time someone tried to control the undead in the crag, and he looks at Vaga, it went poorly. They had no control, and they did not understand that the demon Orcus has infested all of the necromantic energy here. Without some key to control the power of that demon, you will not ever be able to control the undead of the crag. And that horn is the key. My father and brother died when they learned this. I do not want their deaths to be in vain. Brom, you just killed a polar bear. I can't hear you.
I still use second one because, well, shit. So 9 plus 4, so I get back 13.
You hear footsteps getting closer.
I put the box in the thing. Unless anybody screams very last second as I'm doing this, like...
No.
Does anybody stop him?
No. No. I'm actually asking, so can we kill him now?
Put the ice in the coconut then, man. Shake it all up.
Okay.
Put the ice in the coconut? What is this turn of phrase?
You put the ice in the coconut.
Mix it all up. Have you never?
How do you know of coconuts?
Have I never?
Okay.
You put... You put the box in the thing.
Yeah.
And the front of it grows bark over top of the stump. And you all see, like, it pull all of the ice and snow and water around it melts. And all the trees in the grove suddenly become warm, and the water falls onto the ground and flows into this tree stump. And the water flows into the branches, and you see the stump sprout and grow and grow and grow into a massive pine tree. And Hogrum, you feel like that very dark energy that had been following you all is gone. And the Horn of Orcus is purified and is no more.
Do we still hear the footsteps?
Speaking of that,
Is Mort's body, like, does anything happen to the body? I know he's already dead.
Nope.
For a second time, but I was wondering if anything happens to the body. Okay.
And it smells of rotting flesh. I plan on burning this fucker.
you see, you all can scroll down inside of the thing. You see approaching this tree now, this giant that is still walking towards you all.
Anybody want to pray to Mesor, like, real fast? And, I look at Milo.
Did I already ask Tresgar, like, if I kill you, what happens to this thing?
You never
I've already
asked.
asked
No, you didn't ask.
Tresgar, what will stop this giant?
Nothing. It's the last resort.
Then we have no need of you anymore. And I go to slit his throat.
Can't disagree with that.
I'll let him die.
Milo, how do you want to do this?
I literally just, like, I slap whoever's holding me, slap their hand off, and just lunge forward and just stab. And as I'm doing it, in my head, I'm like, this is for Mort. This is for everybody else in the Crag that you've killed this entire time. And I just plunge my dagger right into his throat.
And you see, like, a look in his eyes back at you as you stab him to death. And he mouths because he cannot breathe. But you see him mouth, and you have doomed us all. And he dies. Yay!
That was not the correct sounding.
So I would like to grab that power-up mushroom and grow 2 sizes to be able to fight this. That's what I would like. I would like to consume the Mario mushroom that came out of the pine tree.
99.
Pull that out of my bag here.
So, Man, dude, if Tresgar had any other useful information, he should have fucking given it to us. I don't know what else to do with Tresgar.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
And I think I think Hogrim forces himself to watch because to avert your eyes from justice is not his tenets of devotion. And now that Tresgar is dead, Hogrim says the next obviously the next point of order. I barely need to tell you guys. The next point of order is to get the fuck out of here. Or
I don't think we should leave.
Liz,
I said
do
we
you
fan
remember the
out.
note, like the messenger that I send?
About this time, guys, coming out of the tree, you all see a now familiar figure. Stands about 6 feet tall. Has very long, pointed ears. And on his back, he holds a sword. And in his hand, an open book. And he looks at you all and says, "Well done. Well done." And he takes out his sword and he points at the giant and says, "To battle."
My hands charge up with Eldritch energy. Sounds like a plan to me. And I start running towards it.
What do the rest of you all do?
I mean, I'm still supercharged with jump and you know.
you said familiar face. Like what familiar
Maesor.
face?
It's
This is
Maesor.
Maesor.
Oh, it's
This
Maesor.
is the
So,
god.
yeah.
Yeah.
I charge.
Info's been fed to me.
Archfey.
Okay,
So-
well then, Maesor, please lead the charge. You seem much more powerful than us.
Do all of you charge?
Yes.
I do
Charge?
as I pass by Hog though, I'm gonna pat him and be like, "Remember that gift you have? Maybe it's not a curse anymore. You might want to try that power out." And I just keep running past him.
The gift, the axe.
You, Hog, if you
Okay.
look at the axe, it has been wrapped in the pages of Maesor's book since last you looked at it.
Mm.
And right now, the pages peel off like paper mache,
Yeah.
and it reveals inside an axe that is no longer brass or bronze, but it is solid silver,
Solid, like
metallic steel,
Yeah.
and it is lined and inlaid with gold. And you hear Mehron say, "Well done."
Well, that's for a superstitious holy man, holy warrior. That's all I need. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
Vaga, do you charge?
Um, sure. I sort of like have the I sort of like look at my sort of like charred looking medallion. And I'm like, led the way. It's time to clean their wounds, I suppose. Follow.
And all of you all charge. And Maesor is leading the battle, and the pages of the book fly out of its bindings and wrap around all of you, and you feel yourselves raising off the ground, and in the form of this giant, massive 60, 70, 100-foot tall ram, you collide into this giant. You knock the giant through the air. It flies back over the town of Almanac and lands dead in the River Tormach.
Those poor motherfuckers.
Some guy in the town like walking out of his house like,
She.
what?
An
What?
eclipse just happened. Where'd the sun go? Mommy, is that a monster?
Wow.
We will jump ahead in time.
Oh, okay.
It's been about a week or so. All of you have managed to clear things up with the festival, by the way. You all did not attend. It was happening this day. The festival of which all the warriors across all of the Crag got together has gone off without a hitch. The Crag is more united than ever.
Is that an annual festival or is that like
It was the
because of
first annual festival. It was a combat festival, which brought all of the warriors
Success.
from everywhere together to.
Yeah.
So everyone is coming back on the high of this first great festival, and you all have retreated back to the hold on, where is it called? You all have retreated back down south to Timolt, and you all are greeting this huge like a parade almost of people coming back from New Hornring and the celebration. You have told everyone what's happened. Brom, you have been able to report and find your commanding officers. You find that of the two guards, your commanding officer is still alive, the other is dead. Turns out that Tresgar, on the way out, cast Crown of Madness on your commander, and your commander killed the other guard.
Yeah.
But he is still alive, because Tresgar just escaped during the chaos. But he is still alive. He meets you. You explain what has happened. Almanac is now a like people are very interested in the city of Almanac because there is now a bridge that goes across the River Tormach to the other
Well
side.
Ooh,
There is
that's
probably
rough.
talk of trying to get
Right.
rid of the David, that troll that seems to lurk around, but that's an adventure for another time, perhaps. But you all are now in Tumult, and you all are celebrating because tomorrow Vaga is to head south.
Aw.
And you all are just having a great grand old celebration. There's food, there's dancing. You see Milo in the midst of this festivities. Hogrum, you're there. Everybody is there sitting around. There's a big bonfire. There's dancing. There's singing.
Lots of
Milo, you
coins.
notice that your sister has very strong hooves that are growing in, and she is playing this beautiful tune on her harmonica and dancing and singing and riling everybody up. Um, I want everybody to just go through and give me in character your final thoughts. Anything you want to say to anyone else before we close. Joe.
Okay. Um, to Brahm, um, sort of go like, you have been a stalwart companion, a just a pillar of strength throughout this thing. First, I did not trust you, and you did not trust me, I assume. But we got through this ordeal together. If you grow tired of this cold, come down south, land called Kaarsis. Be sure to find me. Could use some sun.
I'll grunt and extend a hand to shake.
We do the warriors.
Oh yeah, like where you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Mm.
To Hog. And like, Ogrum, your faith was tested on this journey. You came out stronger for it. Um, and I um, sort of give him like this little like note. Um, sort of, it's got like a sketch of like my medallion. It's like, may the winged dragon of Ra always protect you in the times to come. Follow the sun.
My my thanks to your dragon. My thanks to you.
I mean, Milo, did not know, did not know why Amun Ra sent me to find you. Rather, Mort came to me that blistering night. It's been quite a journey. I'm glad to have found your peace. I'll miss you. And all the conversations we had over the fire.
Yeah, those were some good times.
Milo.
You have a
Don't
good
worry,
family here.
I'll make sure we come visit. I kind of glance over at the other two. I'll make sure we all come
Sure,
visit.
Milo.
sure, my daughter would be very happy to play with your sister.
As you're sitting, you see this bonfire, your sister dancing, growing into the satyr that you're happy someone in your family would become. You see this this ruckus environment, and just out from behind one of the buildings, flying towards you, you see Izzy, who just lands and curls and purrs around your neck.
Can you give me a dragon purr real quick? Nice.
Yeah, just kind of scratch her, nuzzle her.
Is there anything Milo would like to finish up?
Um, I'm sitting there and I've got like that special bottle of mead from the very first episode, and I pull it out and I just kind of pour everybody, a glass. It's like we got this the very first city we went to, and the people said it was some type of secret special mead stuff. I wanted to save it for a good time. I think now's about as good a time as any. I am. I don't have many friends, as my sister told you before. I've always kind of been by myself, but I consider you all brothers, family, and know that I'm always gonna be here to help protect you or to fight your battles with you. No matter where you are, you're never alone. And I kind of look at everybody kind of in turn. I know we're probably gonna end up separating, but we can always reach out. If you ever need me, just let me know. I look over to Vaga, and I know we've got a little bit deeper connection just because he was in the
Hmm.
area longer. So with him, I just kind of nod at him. It's like, don't worry, I'll make sure to get down that way sometime soon. I kind of want to see what the forest looks like for a little bit without snow. before I do any traveling.
I promise it will be an easier journey.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's kind of what I'm hoping after the whole death of the bridge thingy. It's weird anyway. But Hog.
Kind of like, never mind. I'm sorry, that can't be a character. I was gonna say it's kind of like an escalator. When it runs out of batteries, it's just stairs.
It's just stairs. There you go.
The giant's bridge fell down and died. Now it's just a bridge. Not a character.
But,
Oh,
but yeah,
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
Bridge is falling down, falling
You're
down.
right,
Mhm.
falling down. Do me a favor. I would say don't change. You're kind of unique, and I appreciate you balancing me out as we kind of went through all of this. I know I can be a little hot-headed at times, but don't ever let other people change you. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for, inside and out. And I kind of like hit him on his chest from across the table. I kind of like jump up and just pop him on his chest, like.
Give me an acrobatics check.
DM got a DM.
Hey, acrobatics.
I've
Oh,
never
no.
wanted in that one so badly before in my
You're
life.
in my life.
You
You
don't make
almost
it.
got
You
it.
don't make it. You kind of just jump and you hit him like you almost like hit him, get him a nut tap just because you miss, but no, you hit him like in the belly button
Oh,
instead.
man. This is the
It's
worst
kind of
tap.
weird, but he gets what you mean.
And do me a favor. Keep that axe. Keep polishing up those axe skills if you don't mind. I mean, unless you want to give it to me, I'm all for the power of the gods coursing through my veins. I'm just saying. If you ever want to unload it, let me know. And then I turned to Brom. I was like, Brom, and I just hold the glass up to him. I don't think there's anything I need to say to you, really. You went through probably more than anybody else here. And I just cheers him. And then take the shot. Salute. Take the shot.
So you all are finally
What a
drinking the good
fascinating
mead.
language.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're drinking the good
Everybody who's drinking the good mead, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Hey,
This whole
Nat
time.
20 because alcoholic motherfucker.
Yes.
You say Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
Oh my god.
11, right in
Fail,
the middle.
fail.
4.
Can I
11.
want to do it?
Fail.
Hey,
Lightweights.
Sort of an oxymoron to say I'm tipsy as fuck, but
Right? Well, you never drink.
It is.
I'm a halfling.
So smooth. It is the smoothest alcohol you all have ever consumed. Brom, you've drank a lot of very hard alcohol. Like, just so much of it. This is like, what am I doing with this? This is a waste of time. But as soon as it goes down, it's like, it's warm and inviting. It has like not allspice, but like nutty flavors in it.
Old Spice?
Not Old Spice. The old.
Wow.
It's the spices of the old ways. No,
Of
it's
the
so.
old ways.
But it has like a nutty flavor almost like in the back of it, but it is so pure and delicious and so strong. Everybody but Brom is immediately intoxicated.
I'm with it. I'm here for it. I'm here for all of
the
it.
tingling sensation. It's everywhere.
Just
is this?
immediately intoxicated. And with that, let's go to Hawk.
Thank you, Milo. Thank you, Vago. Thank you, Bram. I've traveled far to get here, and I think I may also continue to travel. But I came here on a job, on a quest, and now that it's over, I find myself wondering what purpose there is when you feel such a presence of purpose every day for this long, when you've completed it, it can feel almost as if it is the death of it is a loss of life. It is an end to something that gave you the will to go on. But now I think I will seek the birth of something new. I will when I find a purpose, when I find something to chase. I think that's all we can do every day. So I will leave the crag, but I will see you all again. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. And Brom?
I think for the first time, maybe all but one other time. Like, if you're looking at me, you'll see some like emotion in my eyes. Not like I'm not crying, but like you can tell that like their feelings there finally. And I feel like I'd probably look at each one of you for about 5 seconds with like uninterrupted eye contact. Just a very stern, like solid gaze. I would thank each and every one of you. I would raise, my worthless little gin glasses to each one of you and just do a shot to each of you. And I think finally I would end on Hog. And I would like to accompany you on your travels. After avenging my brother, I have family out there that I'd like to find, and through traveling with you through the crag, I can't think of a better person to travel with.
Nice. Big bros. That's not a character either.
I mean, it could be. You're wasted, bro.
Yeah,
Right?
big bros.
You are wasted.
Yeah, y'all are wasted. Brom is the only one that's still, like, on his feet right now. The rest of you are wasted.
I just see like the Bash Bros
I'm
from
tipsy as fuck.
from Mighty Ducks just dapping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, there's music. There's dancing. There's fire. There is a victory that comes with living another day in the crag. It's common to say goodbye to each other by saying, stay alive, don't die. But today, in the village of Timolt, looking over the southern Isles, you all do more than just not die. You do more than just be alive. Today, for the first time in a long time, you feel warm. And that's where we will end the crag. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. Oh my gosh, you players are the
Wow.
best players ever. Oh, thank you all
I
so
mean, we did have
much.
a pretty awesome DM.
Well,
Awesome DM.
DM is
Sometimes
nothing
it's
without
more
players
DM.
who do it. Like, nothing at all. So I appreciate you all very much. Um, I want to give final sign off thoughts, but what I would like to do is just give a quick sign off thoughts. I'm going to stop the video and we will start again, just have a recap out of character, and we can kind of explain and go through things. But first, thank you all for going through this first like real adventure, has a beginning middle end in the crag, and it has been a fantastic adventure. I'm glad to go on with all of you all. It was dangerous, it was kind of touch and go a couple places along the way, but y'all made it. You've defeated Tresgar, you have saved the crag, and you have hopefully made it a safe place to live. I'm DM Cheshire Cat, Pelly Johnson, signing off. Thank you all very much for all of you all's support and you for watching this, especially you, my players, who are probably going to be the primary people watching this. But thank you all very much for being there with us and sticking through this fantastic game. Love you all very much. We're just going to go down the line. We'll sign off. We'll do it in backwards order. So, Kyle.
Um, I just thought it was a great session, and I really appreciated playing with each and every one of you. I mean, obviously, I met Trevor and Joe in this campaign, and that was great. I mean, it's always a pleasure, and
Always.
clearly at Pelly's, we wouldn't be here without you. So I thought it was really fun to reach out, meet new people, literally across the world at this point.
Yeah.
And the campaign was, I mean, it was my first real-ish campaign too. So it was really amazing, and I really appreciated the opportunity to play with you and everybody else. So thank you. And that's Brown guys.
Thank you. Trevor.
Yeah, wow. Now that sign up thoughts, I'm Trevor. I played Ogram, and um, I just realized, as Kyle said, that this is the first campaign I've ever finished. I've played in many a campaign, many a quest, many a session over the past 4 years mainly, but some playful stuff before that. And I don't think I've ever like had a session where when it ended, we said like that's the end. Like that's an impressive thing to go. So I'm happy that I went through it with you guys. Um, I'm always happy when a session what I mean what I seek from playing Dungeons and Dragons with friends or any tabletop RPG is combat's fun and stuff like that, and I appreciate the presence of using abilities and stuff. And this is a world where our characters get to do so many cool things and stuff like that. But also like playing with people who aren't afraid to role play a little bit, playing with people who aren't afraid to like tell a story and like live in the body of another character for a while is so gratifying. Um, so yeah, like thanks for Apelles for writing the story, for making the story, but also thanks for all of you for participating in it without any hesitation.
Yeah, thank you all very much. Raymond.
My name is Raymond. I played Milo. Um, Still, in general, this is like my first year and a half now of playing Dungeons and
About.
Dragons.
Hmm.
Um, so I haven't had as many sessions as some of the other players have under their belt, but each one has definitely been kind of a learning experience. Just in sounds cliche, but in theater and in art itself,
Hmm.
um, enjoying the storytelling, the interweaving of each individual's personalities as things they bring to the table. Um, Kyle, like I said, we've played before, and like seeing you switch up from Crook to Braum was amazing. So just like watching that, this is my first time playing with Trevor and Joe, and it's like getting to know them as individuals as well as the characters that they're portraying, and seeing the conversations that we would have and like the differences between how like you think and how your character's thinking, and still keeping those in line. Like just kind of watching that and getting to know you all better is always a great thing. I'm always down for meeting new people, and this has been a great little experience. So thank you again. Yes, like everybody else said, I appreciate all of you for being here and pitching in the way, just being you. Just being the awesome people that you are. So
Yeah, y'all are pretty awesome. Joe.
Yeah, so I'm Joe. I played Vaga, played with an ED.
right,
Hmm.
So
the ED.
again, like as Trevor said, so elegantly, it's a special thing to finish a campaign, and you guys were like awesome, teammates as we like went along. Just great role players and just smart um, combaters, I guess combatants. Um, was This was a lot of fun, and it was also a lot of fun just seeing, um, just working with all this like new like software that I never like
Mm.
used that much before, like like figuring out like I remember using Discord and like Roll20 and um, Audacity, Sirenscape, just all the extra stuff to like make this. Not that D&D isn't legit normally, but like to make it more, I don't know, glossy or like to try to make it like a thing. Um, and like with the artwork, it's awesome. Like the maps, like just like a really well done production.
Mm.
And glad, glad we could wrap it up in a satisfying ending.
Yeah, a surprise
It
round
was a
will
great
do
six
that.
session.
A surprise round will do that. Anyway, thank you all very much. Um, it this was great. Like I couldn't have asked for anything better. Y'all are fantastic players, and you took initiative and kind of and just was in the world, and I really appreciate that. Joe, you hit the nail on the head. This was a great experience to like learn all the different tools,
Mhm.
and understand more about the technical side of playing a game online with different people. That's kind of the reason I wanted to do one from beginning to end to look back on it in the first place. And I've learned so much already, and it did not cost nearly as much as I thought. If I'm being honest with you all, like I think the most expensive thing was the art, and I think that was like 120 bucks for all the art, which is
Not
outrageous for
bad.
the amount of art that we got. That the
Yeah, you had
person
a
who
lot
did
of
the
art.
art was really. Oh, I did not drop the last
Mhm.
picture of Tresgar, did I?
Yeah,
I did.
You dropped yeah one
and the
picture of
wolf
Tresgar.
skin.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the wolfskin. Yeah, I did drop
yeah,
that
you
one.
Yeah.
said yeah
But
you dropped
yes,
it.
so the artist is really really great. I encourage you all to really look in the descriptions. I probably should say their names out loud just in case you are seeing this in a different format. Um, if my computer will work, sticky. Yeah, I'm gonna say their names out loud because really a lot of like they added an extra element to it, and I want to make sure that they are mentioned in perpetuity forever in the rest of this recording. If my computer. Also, I realized that computer problems that happen, like they happen. Don't get stressed out about them. They happen all the time. Like right now, for some reason, my sticky notes is taking this long to load up, and it's just sticky notes. It's nothing fancy happening. But thank you all very much, I will say again. And I guess I will not be able to immortalize their names for eternity. But that is all right.
I mean,
I don't want
whenever
to
you
ruin this
edit
moment.
the video,
What
it'll
we will
work
do
out. But
instead is I will mention their names in the wrap up, and we will do that. But thank you all very much. Again, we're going to really quick right after this just start talking about things so I can kind of come off the stage of being a DM and just be with my friends and talk about this amazing adventure we had together. This is my favorite part of ending campaigns because then I can go back and talk about things so I don't have to worry about it ruining the story or you all using the information letter. So this is my favorite part, and we're going to do my favorite part because they've got to play all this time, so I'm going to get to do that. So thank you all very much. Don't just not die, but live. See ya.